Oh man,
That's
so
crazy.
I waited this long, and I feel like this room is quite aware of what I'm going to tell you. I feel you're aware of because we've talked about WrestleMania, you and I
Right.
before. I don't know if we've ever had it discussed to me. Like I don't know if I've ever been able to relate to you my perspective on that WrestleMania.
Um,
It
I would love to
the
hear.
whole
Yes.
process is unique
Okay.
because man, we're talking about him again, Dean Malenko, standing in the ring at TV. You're on the other side of the ring, holding court. You know, one of the most beloved guys in all locker rooms, like the Snoop Dogg of wrestling,
Yeah.
just loved everywhere. You, and he comes over to me, and goes, "Hey, Ray has a choice for WrestleMania, and he wants to wrestle you." And you know, it's presented in a pretty formal way. And I'm doing Dashing Cody Rhodes at the time. I got on SmackDown, so I got away from Teddy and Randy. I'm really just doing my own thing. Michael Hayes is always the way Michael Hayes is with me. He half takes me under his wing, half also is like, no, he's not mine. You know, like I'm half in. So he's all excited about it. He's writing the show. But I came up to you. I was like, hey, that's amazing. And you said, yeah, I think we should have good match. It was just simple. It was like, we
Right.
could have good matches. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to write something and I'll call you. And you're like, yeah, call me anytime. Okay. So then for the next 5 days, I think I texted you and just nothing, ghosted. And I thought, oh, well, maybe it was just like not meant to be. But no matter what, I'll have something. I'll write something out.
Right.
So I start writing out the angle, a little bit of how we could get into it, and some random what I'd call ancillary ideas. We could do this with the mask. We could do that. I'm writing it out. Another full week goes by
Ghost.
without getting anything, nothing. And I'm thinking, okay, well, things do change. This was also incredibly, like, at this point I am self-aware enough to know it was a really nice moment by the ring. If things change, they change. Can't
Right.
get married to anything in wrestling,
Right.
right? Can't. But then I think it's the BOK Center, or it was called the BOK Center. But I walk in, and I haven't spoke to you, and I have the sheet I sent you, which was a full gridded out WrestleMania program
Right.
in like a laminate folder that you'd present in high school, like as a presentation. I have it in my backpack. I have 3 of them. And I walk in, and you're standing right by the door to Vince's office, and you're right there, and you just said, hey, I'm gonna go in there and talk with him. You wanna come with me? And I had just got to the building. So
Right.
I'm like, yeah. So I like put my bags
Right.
in and we walk in and you legit, it just happened so fast, I'll never forget it. You just started right away. You go, hey, just so you know, I would like to wrestle Cody at WrestleMania and we're interested in that. And the next thing you know, he looks over at me, kind of, he's almost not
Like-
irritated with you, but irritated with me
Yeah.
being in the room. And he goes, well, you got any ideas? Yeah. Pulled it out of my backpack,
Yes.
handed it to him. And then he said the same thing you said. He goes, okay, we'll do it. It'll be a great match. Great matches. And
Wow.
I remember like I had nothing going on, nothing. Like little bones here and there, but it
Right,
had been a minute,
right.
right? This like, it had been a minute. And I knew getting involved with you and Dean and the story, I knew we had a good story. And then we had my dad come to Sacramento to hold your hand,
Right. I remember.
which is like, he wasn't even turning heel, just being a dad.
Yeah.
Like he just held you that extra second where I sucker punched you in the back. And
Yeah.
I remember Randy telling me that day, he's like, just believe your heat. Believe it. You know, throw them in the barricade, get yours,
Right.
believe it. And it was great advice because that's still how Randy works today. You know,
Yes.
it's his, but I had never wrestled at a WrestleMania in a singles match. I had never wrestled a pay-per-view in a singles match.
So were you just doing like,
Triple Threat the year before
Yeah.
with Randy.
Okay.
Battle Royal the year before that. I had been in the main events pay-per-views as a tag.
this was 2008?
Where 2008?
8?
2008-ish. Go WrestleMania in Atlanta. Miz Cena WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yeah. You were Captain America.
Yes, I remember the
Captain
outfit very
America.
well. Yes,
Captain America.
Yeah,
But Ray, like, I could say everything and obviously mean it about who I think you are in the lucha libre zeitgeist and how important and your contributions to the industry are.
Right.
I was a fan, so I know what you did, know what you continue to do, but you changed my life. Like,
that's
I don't get anywhere, dude. Like, I had nothing coming my way. I lost Teddy and Randy. I wasn't the one who was supposed to go, you know, and you know
Right.
what that's
Yeah.
like. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't a knock on me. I just wasn't the one who was supposed to
right.
go.
There's always one that advances, and the
Advances
other
and-
you have to figure out
Right.
another route. Yeah,
And I got to experience things at a different level and play ball at a higher level, and I would have never gotten out of the blocks. You know, I don't know who that would have been. I would have never had anything. So I'm sure there's someone in your career who had a moment with you where maybe you felt the same, but for me, it is legitimately a core moment.
right.
Nothing happens without me walking into that building and you being like, "You want to go in?" And the next thing, the rest was history for me. And of course, there's a myriad of highs and lows, but I would have
Right.
never had a high, right? Everything. So I have to thank you.
That's that makes me feel a huge side of satisfaction to be able to be that person that maybe opened up that first door.
Yeah.
And, you know, we all have someone that is our first one. To me, I've always said that I've had incredible opponents over the years that thanks to them, like I have outshined and been put on the map. But I truly don't believe that I would be here if I wouldn't have been given the opportunity to even go to Mexico for the first
Yeah.
time, which was, to me, was Conan. Conan opened the doors, and wherever he went, he brought me along with him. ECW, WCW. So the only thing was WWE because it was already purchased. But overall, he's the one that kind of saw something in me that I would have never discovered.
Yeah.
And that just helped me mold into the person that I am now. But I feel truly blessed and honored to have been that person for you. You have no idea. Like, I've heard you tell this story.
I'll tell it to anyone who listens
Yes,
300 times a day.
And I've never heard it in the fashion of how you said it right now and
man.
how impactful it was, you know, at the time. So I feel truly honored to have been that person, like from the bottom of my heart.
Changed my life. And because you mentioned Conan being the one to open doors for you, cheers to Conan.
Cheers to Conan.
Cheers to Conan.
And cheers to that door being
Oh my
open.
gosh.
Yeah, for both of us.
Wow, that's great.
And time does fly, huh?
Yeah.
Like, that was 2008,
Oh yeah, that was
at least 2008.
Yeah.
So when you came in with Randy and Teddy, that was
Randy
2000
Teddy, yeah, 2008, 2009 is where that started. So maybe
okay.
it was 2010. Man, it was 2011.
Wow.
Wasn't that? Yeah, 2011. I was off. Yeah.
2000.
2011. Yeah. Yeah.
And going back to that moment of your dad snapping the picture and like me, like seeing Dom's growth right now and being around and not just seeing it from like an office standpoint, but being part of talent still. It's
Yeah.
so crazy and surreal to, like, I now understand and can imagine how your dad felt watching you.
Oh man.
Because we have this sense of pride and joy and like we accomplished something
Yeah.
in some way or form that is paying off.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure your dad is so freaking happy just on all the success and the accomplishments that you conquered. So I tip my mask off to you for that.
Man,
You got to feel proud.
I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about Dom.
I mean, we can talk. He is my son officially. He is my bloodline.
It's funny. Again, I think I might have told him this story, and I tell others the story about, hey, your dad opening up the door for me. But also, what's funny is there's such a generational gap, right? When you're older, in terms of, I thought like, oh, I'm cool like Dom. I'm like cool. And then you
Yeah.
realize like, oh, Dom's like a kid. He's not like he's cool. You're not cool. Like you're trying to be like, hey Dom, what's up, cool kids? You know, like he's cool.
Yeah.
But I always none of this would ever. I don't think this is remotely applicable. But I always thought, hey man, if he was ever in trouble, I got that guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know him. I don't know Dom, but I know Ray and well enough to know any issue with Dom, like I'd have his back at any juncture, and just for sure.
But he needs to know that you have his back only because it's through me.
Oh yeah, no. He hasn't done that thing yet where it's like, hey man, like you know what I'm saying? That's 100%. I think sometimes Paul Heyman, Mr. Heyman, will bring me in for a powwow on occasion.
Right.
And I can never tell. I'm like, I wonder what's going on here.
He's so unpredictable.
Yeah, he's very
right?
unpredictable. Is it something I did that he liked? Is it something he wants to teach me? Or is it just that at 14 years old, he snuck into my dad's production meeting as a photographer, and my dad allowed him to stay in the meeting. And ever since then, he's had this claim that it was a core moment and changed things and opened the door for him. And I thought, like, I don't know which one it is still. Like, I'll take the equity from someone else, but you know, at a certain point, you want to build your own and whatever it may be.